Go.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the first garden in the Pewaukee Area Arts Council Lake Country Art and Garden Tour that's gone virtual this year. We're here today in Barbara Kelsey's beautiful garden, and she in a few minutes is going to show us around. But I wanted to just talk about the tour in general and how it's all going to work out this year. So this is the first of 10. So there's 3 after this. There'll be 3 of gardens toured on Friday, and we'll come to you live from each of those, and the rest of the tour will be next week. And I wanted to explain about PAAC. The Pewaukee Area Arts Council promotes the arts in Waukesha County. We do this by raising money and then giving the arts back to the community. We do this through scholarships, public art, classes, tours like this, and many more things. And we normally have a big fundraiser to raise money in the spring, but that didn't work this year. So we're auctioning off the items that we had accumulated for that fundraiser. And each day of the tour, we're going to have auction items available to bid on Facebook. So just go to the Pewaukee Area Arts Council Facebook page, click on the photo that has a whole collection that's themed, and you'll see the information on how to do that. And once you see that, it's available for 24 hours. So just watch the dates and timing on that. So our tour, our key event sponsor is Ellen Becker Investment Group. I want to thank the Ellen Becker Investment Group very much for their overall support of the tour. Each garden also has a garden sponsor. This garden is Waukesha State Bank. Thank you very much for sponsoring this particular garden. We also have artists in the garden today, besides Barb Kelsey, who's a great artist. We also have Mary Weber, and over here in the garden we have Irene Taylor, and we'll get to what Irene's working on in a few minutes. But Barb, give us a sneak peek of your garden.
Sure, be happy to. I want to mention that all this glass work is Mary Weber's creations, beautiful glass work, the flowers and the glass hanging here. I have put in this berm that's got a lot of pollinator plants in here that attract pollinators. Are you coming, Julie? And to bring them to the garden so that I share a space with 3 of my neighbors that also have gardens in the area, so we thought we needed more pollinators. And as you see, some of the artwork that we've got hanging belong to Irene Taylor and Chris Steinmiller, Julie Garten, myself, and let's see,
Mary Weber.
Mary Weber, right. So come on in. I have, I give a lot of the extra produce to the food pantry. And so like when I plant my cucumbers, I plant 2 weeks apart and at least 4 plantings so that I will have cucumbers until frost.
That's really smart.
And then I've got, I did this kind of strip cropping because I'm on a slant. You maybe don't notice it, but it's about 6 feet higher in the far end, the north end versus the south end. And I found that this keeps the garden from eroding. So, and I've got pretty common plants. I'm pretty much just a vegetable gardener, not so much with the flowers. So I've got zucchini and tomatoes over there. You're seeing some asparagus that's gone to seed and some peppermint, kohlrabi, and Brussels sprouts right in front there you're seeing. I also use, I do a lot of composting. I have 4 composters, and I found that really helpful for the soil. Do you have any questions?
So when did you start, how long have you lived on your property, and what inspired you to garden?
Well, I grew up on a farm, and I really like the fresh tomatoes, the fresh produce. There's nothing can beat that versus the store-bought. We have a deer problem here, like many places. So and only maybe in the last 4 or 5 years. So the fences keep getting higher and higher in the neighborhood. And this fencing is new this spring. And I've been using Milorganite, which Melinda Myers recommends to keep the deer away. And it's been working pretty good for my pollinators. The deer haven't gotten into the garden. I think it's maybe too small of an area for them to get in and get out.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's the garden, the flowers, that they really go after.
Okay.
If you want to come through more, you can see the zucchini. I made a mistake here. I thought I was planting butternut, but the packaging might have been mislabeled. So I ended up with a lot of zucchini. And I'm getting zucchini and green peppers and all kinds of vegetables now. So.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for the tour. And now we're going to go find an artist that's hiding in the beautiful flowers over here. So let's find Irene Taylor.
Battery is running out.
So Irene is working on a painting.
This is a watercolor and an ink as well as watercolor. And the challenge is in getting all these beautiful shades of green. There's light green and dark green, and it might take me a few tries to get what I really like, but it's such a beautiful setting between the flowers and all the greens. It's so fun.
All right, thank you, Irene. Yeah. So I'm just going to wrap up. Thank you for joining on the first video, Facebook Live. And our next time we'll have 3 gardens, and we will see you there. And please bid on the auction items. Thank you so much. Till next time.